Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OSCW TV, and this is the big one. This is WarGames. As you see Cedric Alexander making his approach to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Skyler Squadron against Playboy's Platoon. Cedric Alexander, a member of Playboy's Platoon, making his way to the ring. As you see Caleb Conley in the ring representing Skyler Squadron. A little background on WarGames before the action gets going here. These two men will wrestle for a 5-minute interval, and then every 2 minutes a new member will be determined, by a coin flip to see who gets the man advantage. The match cannot end until all 10 men are in the ring, and then you can only win by pinfall or submission. Take it away, Jared Shapiro. I'm out of breath.
Very important to remember. The match cannot end, and no one gets eliminated until all 10 members are in the ring. Many times at WarGames, someone will go for an early pinfall and just be disappointed and, well.
Right, and it will not count. As you see a beautiful technical wrestling display right now with Conley and Cedric Alexander. But again, these men must go 5 minutes, and then one of these teams will have a man advantage. It will be a 2-on-1 situation for 2 minutes.
And if you notice, Cedric wearing war paint reminiscent of Road Warrior Hawk.
Right. Yeah, all the members of Playboy's Platoon, from what I understand, decided to wear the war paint and said, "We will go to war." And it is a war between John Skyler and Bob Keller, for sure.
Yes, they had some major falling out over the last couple months.
And whatever team wins tonight, either Keller or Skyler will be able to pick the stipulation for one final one-on-one confrontation. That's what's at stake in this WarGames match.
Now, of course, we saw earlier during the Gentlemen's Club segment with DeAndre Jones and Wolverton, it was interrupted by Skyler Squadron, and we had the announcement of who was in the two teams. And of course, we found out Cedric would be here. Bob Keller brought a surprise with Jesse Wyndham.
Jesse Wyndham is along with Major Malice.
Right.
But John Malice will be in this match. Also, Josh Magnum.
Magnum, OSCW superstar. And of course, Bob Keller himself. John Skyler's team kind of went outside the confines of the Charleston area, so to speak.
Yes, Ken Magnum of CWA fame, the CWA heavyweight champion, as a matter of fact.
BJ Hancock, who we have seen before.
We have seen before in OSCW. Big Game James.
A monster in his own right. We saw him come out here and interfere with Big Hoss earlier.
And of course, Caleb Conley in there now.
And getting ready to go somewhere. Ooh! Block.
I think Caleb managed to block that one as cuts Alexander off there with the eye rake. Said no rules in this match. Everything is legal. Remember, we cannot have a winner until all 10 men have entered the ring. Big left hand there by Conley, the southpaw.
There should be another member here, I believe.
Oh, Conley missed. And now he's being rammed in that cage viciously by Cedric Alexander.
We've been seeing these men tonight make liberal use of the cage.
Both have been incredible athletes in their own right, well-traveled.
I don't even know what to call that move I just saw. It looked amazing.
There's a senton backsplash, if you will, for lack of a better term, as Alexander has Caleb Conley in all sorts of trouble.
Here,
which team is going to get the man advantage here in WarGames? First ever WarGames match here at OSCW. First time.
That was a heck of a back suplex.
Come on!
Alexander, what athleticism! What?
It's amazing how they make it flip.
It's backflip, but again, there's no cover. You cannot go for a pinfall until everyone is in the ring. That's a little bit of inexperience right there. As you hear Brett Wolverton call for 1 minute until the next man comes out.
Ooh. We'll find out who gets the man advantage.
Snapmare by Conley. And a big running leg lariat right there. Just folds up Alexander. Referee Michael Burton checking in, but again, there's not anything he can do.
Can't stop this match.
Can't stop this match.
30 seconds.
Uh-oh. Getting down the wire.
You see, once again, Alexander rammed into that steel. Conley just slapping around Alexander.
Ooh,
Alexander fights back.
Oh, vicious.
10, 9,
Here the countdown is on. Who's going to get the advantage here?
4, 3, 2, 1.
And I believe that's the music. I believe that's the music of B.J. Hancock, if I'm not mistaken.
That is indeed B.J. Hancock. Here he is.
Skyler Squadron will get the man advantage for 2 minutes as Hancock enters the ring.
Flies into that ring.
And Alexander's going to be at a distinct disadvantage. 2 members of Skyler Squadron in there against 1 member of Playboy's Platoon. Hancock with a vicious elbow. The hand-picked #1 man of John Skyler is B.J. Hancock. Thick as thieves, no strangers to each other. Former tag team partners in other promotions around the Southeast. And now here in OSCW to watch the back of John Skyler is B.J. Hancock. You see Alexander now rammed into the boot of Caleb Conley.
This is where that one-man advantage starts to show. Ooh.
Absolutely. The whole idea of the man advantage is to weaken a man, and when all 10 men get in there, focus on that guy.
Right now they are beating Cedric like a government mule.
And Cedric will be at a distinct disadvantage, being one of the first ones in the match. Conley once again with those vicious left hands. Hancock.
We have a choice chant from the crowd.
Yeah. A BJ sucks chance. I won't elaborate any further on that. We got about 30 seconds until the next man comes in. It will be a member of Playboy's Platoon, and they will even things up at 2 men apiece.
10, 9,
Countdown is on.
7, 6,
Who can it be now?
4, 3, 2, 1.
They're even slowing down on Cedric.
No, they're not. They're not waiting for that other man to get in.
I know that music. That's the Carolina Chugger getting ready to come out now.
Indeed, Josh Magnum will be coming out here very shortly on his way to the ring. There he is, the Carolina Chugger. And I believe on his chest it says, "We'll work for beer."
Something like that. That's the Carolina Chugger for you.
Wearing the camouflage overalls tonight is Josh Magnum, quite the personality, quite the fan favorite here at OSCW, but he's immediately double teamed by Hancock and Conley. Ducks the clothesline. Look at that springboard kick onto both men. Josh Magnum hits the ring like a house of fire. The straps are down on the overalls as Magnum super kick. Right hand to Conley. There's another one.
He's taking these 2 to town.
Big chop by Magnum. And there's a little Nature Boy strut for you.
Oh, we got Cedric coming back to life out there too.
I think the overalls are coming off, and the red and yellow and the black is coming out of Josh Magnum. Oh, and there's a disrespectful maneuver by Conley. Using the overalls to choke both men out. Caleb Conley, oh, and he rams Josh Magnum hard in that cage. So much action going on here at WarGames. Hard to call it all, but we're trying to keep over the best you can, fans. Hancock.
Oh, we got someone else coming out.
Once again, there will be a man advantage. I believe this is
John
team
Skyler
captain
right
himself. That's right, John Skyler will be making his way out here very shortly.
back to Playboy Platoon being the underdog.
Yep, and there he is.
Oh, not even stopping the pose.
Not stopping the pose, throws the vest off, and here goes John Skyler.
Down to business.
Taking it to both members of Playboy's Platoon now as Cedric Alexander whipped into that cage.
Just as they were starting to get the advantage again.
Here's a reunion of Team Skycock now as Skyler, big elbow drop onto Magnum.
As Team Skycock has been quite the scourge throughout the Southeast.
Indeed.
Josh Magnum might be coming back to life here.
No, ducks the kick. Skyler. Oh, vicious suplex right there.
That'll injure momentum right there.
German suplexes Conley. Now takes advantage of Magnum, just stretching him out here. Look at him, pulling on the nose and the mouth.
I did not know that Caleb Conley was an oral surgeon, but apparently he knows how to pull on someone's face.
Well, he is doing what needs to be done in this cage match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at WarGames here at Cage Carnage 5 from OSCW.
You know what they say about war? It's hell.
War is hell indeed. As Magnum finding that out right now, but he hits that missile drop kick. But once again, BJ Hancock right there to cut off any momentum that Playboy's Platoon can gather. Skyler stomping away at Josh Magnum. Oh, and Hancock ran into the cage.
You're ready to have the next member of the platoon come out there, even things out.
It's going to even things up at 3 men apiece.
Skyler Squadron gets ready for whoever's coming.
For the next man. I think this is Major Malice.
I believe it is. We'll find out here momentarily. Major Malice, one of the biggest members of this contest.
Yes. Big, powerful wrestler.
Definitely the biggest man in the ring when he gets there.
So far, when he gets there. Indeed, it is John Malice. Major Malice, as Playboy calls him for this WarGames match. Here comes John Malice, and boy, immediately the Squadron attacks John Malice.
That may be the ultimate makeup job.
Whoa, and there goes Shades of the Warrior right there. I know he's one of your favorites, Jared Shapiro.
Absolutely. Needs to be in the Hall of Fame somewhere.
In. Double clothesline by Malice. Hitting the ring with all kinds of power. House of Fire. Hancock.
Taking the Squadron
not so gingerly into that cage. Boy, there goes John Skyler. Whipped back and forth. Pickup. What's he going to do to Skyler? Powerbombed into the ropes.
And not only were the ropes there, of course, he hit his head on the cage.
And here goes Magnum. Up to the top rope. No strangers to the top rope is Josh Magnum. 450 splash onto the head of John Skyler. So once again, the advantage shifts to Playboy's Platoon here at WarGames. Malice just pounding away on John Skyler.
Well, the advantage might be about to go away again.
You think Skyler's regretting coming out here this early? As we get to see the Playboy Bob Keller.
Well, Skyler's a good captain. He wants to be out there with his team. Makes sense. We'll see who's coming.
Ooh, big chop by Malice.
Felt that here in the booth.
Magnum with a Bronco Buster.
Speaking of Magnum, I believe this is the other one.
I believe so. Loaded Guns kick Magnum on his way to the ring to once again give the advantage to Skyler Squadron, excuse me. Loaded Guns kick Magnum with a big diamond cutter right there. Another one. He is cutting everybody. Whoa, wait a minute. Malice is able to reverse. Magnum up in the air. Gets the boot. And a vicious double arm DDT right there. Ken Magnum has hit the ring. House of Fire. What a pick by Skyler Squadron. Well, it was actually Brett Wolverton's pick, actually, but
yeah,
John Skyler can't be displeased with what he's seeing right now.
The second biggest member of his team, which means the biggest is yet to come.
Right. That means the final man to enter this cage for John Skyler's team will be Big Game James. And look at that move.
Rocking the cradle.
And Magnum just hung out to dry there. Ken Magnum with a big headbutt on John Malice.
Can't believe the carnage we're seeing in here.
Hancock pounding away on Malice as Magnum, Ken Magnum that is, once again. Now the two Magnums are not related, by the way, just to let everybody know. Oh, and
it's an amazing coincidence.
Skyler.
You know, it's interesting.
Watch first on that top rope.
We've seen 10-man tags before, but keep in mind, this is all 10 men will be in that cage
at the same time.
Oh,
here comes Jesse Wyndham,
the surprise pick
for Playboy's Platoon.
Now, for those that may not have seen the Gentleman's Club segment, Jesse Wyndham was brought in to replace a Roughhouse Matthews who was attacked in West Virginia by some of Skyler's
Squadron there, Goon Squad, whatever you want to call him, as Jesse Wyndham ascends to the top rope. Here he goes flying off crossbody onto 3 men. What an incredible move right there. Wyndham attacks Hancock, pounding away in the corner. Rope reversal now by BJ. There's a big forearm shot. So much going on in this cage. Oh, and Skyler, I believe that was Skyler, once again powered into the cage and crumpled up by John Malice. Looks like backbreaker by Josh Magnum over there in the corner on Caleb Conley.
Oh, Ken Magnum into the cage. Malice to Skyler.
Oh, and there's Cedric Alexander gets a shot in on Ken Magnum.
Uh-oh. Josh Magnum is up in the air.
And there's that lunatic Josh Magnum. Oh, senton, but he misses.
Darn.
When I mean lunatic, I mean that in the nicest way possible, Josh.
And here comes the last member of Skyler Squadron,
yes.
BG James.
BG James, the largest man in this matchup.
And that's how you use a cage there with Caleb Connolly bouncing Jesse off the cage to the mat.
Conley continuing to throw those left hands. Incredible that Conley and Alexander can continue to fight, being the first 2 in this cage match.
Amazing they can still stand at all.
As you hear the music, this is going to be BG James. Big Game James coming out here very shortly.
Big game is almost an understatement with this man.
There he is. Look at that statue-esque physique of that man right there, standing 6'4", 285 pounds, a walking statue of a man.
How'd you like to run into him in a dark alley?
I would. And the most powerful man in this match, definitely by far, has just hit the ring. And he goes right after the power man of Playboy's Platoon. He goes right after John Malice.
That's how you do it. Of course, that means that the team captain for Playboy's Platoon is coming out next.
He'll be the last man in this match. Playboy Bob Keller. Oh, and Skyler crushed again. This time by Cedric Alexander. Oh, and a flying fist to the face.
I can't believe
Ken Magnum and Jesse Wyndham are still going at it.
This is the closest thing that I've seen to a meat grinder. It wasn't an actual meat grinder.
I don't think these men, these 9 men, and when Bob Keller gets in there himself, I don't think these men will ever be the same again after the brutality of a match like this. How can you possibly recover from something like this? This is unbelievable, the punishment these men are taking.
I think if I was in this match, I would just have to retire the next week.
Sidewalk slam there by BG James onto Josh Magnum. Malice down in the corner. James just stomping away.
We're going to have the Playboy come out, see if he can even the odds here.
Here comes the last man, Magnum. Viciously into the cage by John Skyler. Here comes the captain of the platoon. Here is the fabulous Playboy himself. And if I know Bob Keller, he's going to go straight for John Skyler. But these are some people in the way, no doubt.
Looks like everybody's in the way.
What an attack. What Bob Keller fighting back ferociously. We've never seen Bob Keller like this.
Bob Keller's the only man I know that can rock purple camouflage.
And he's got John Skyler by the family jewels. A slingshot Skyler into that cage. You talk about a man that wants payback, that wants some revenge for after what happened in Augusta, Georgia.
That's what happened, not just in Augusta, Georgia to him, but to his daughter as well.
For that bull rope match.
Oh,
and there's Josh Magnum for good measure.
Riding him like a bull. Oh, he's waving to the fans now. Isn't that sweet?
I think he's applauding for John Skyler there.
Yeah, why not?
So all 5 men are in, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the match could end at any time. Remember, if we get a pinfall or submission, this match is now over. As you see,
circling the ring here,
our camera.
Chaos is happening inside.
Oh, and Bob Keller has his belt off, and he's whipping each and every member of Skyler Squadron. Ken Magnum gets one for his trouble.
Nothing they don't deserve, I'm sure.
BJ Hancock takes a fistful, as does Skyler. Skyler turned inside out. And remember, that belt, that strap is perfectly legal in this cage.
Everything is perfectly legal in that cage.
Nothing referee Michael Burton can do at all except count a pinfall or listen for the I quit or the tap out. As Jesse Wyndham up on the shoulders of Big Game James wanted F5. My goodness, it is carnage here.
Is Josh trying to escape, or is he doing something
I don't know. Oh, into that turnbuckle viciously.
I guess it doesn't matter now.
No pun intended, but this is Carnage at Cage Carnage.
Oh, Lord.
There are bodies down everywhere. Punishment being dished out.
Reminds me of the cover of those comic books I used to read as a kid, where everyone was
once
laying
again, Big Game James into that cage, thrown in there.
And somehow Cedric and Caleb are the two standing up. Amazing.
Yeah, the 2 minutes started this match. Amazingly, we're on their feet.
And let's be past their second one.
Kid Magnum misses and rams his knee into the steel cage. That unforgiving steel that has been known to slice and dice better men in this sport. Like I said, I don't know how anybody could walk out of this match and not
judging by the
not be changed.
Oh,
and Skyler goes right after Bob Keller. He found the guy he wanted. Oh, he's just raking his face into that cage.
Not good. Oh, well.
Jesse Wyndham on the other side with BJ Hancock.
Giving him payback.
Punishing this man.
Ooh.
Like I said, at one time this all started, believe it or not, Skyler and Keller were tag team champions at one point.
And it dissolved into this.
It dissolved into this. And I think Magnum Mania is starting to run wild.
Uh-oh.
But Conley has Josh Magnum.
Smart man.
Oh!
He knows better than to punch him.
That's true. He learned something. Maybe watching Magnum on tape there. That in 25 years of Hulk Hogan matches. But anyway, back to the action here.
BG James
so much to call. BG James trapped in one side by Keller.
I think Skyler just killed John Malice.
Yeah, just Malice is down.
Oh,
here comes Keller. Ken Magnum back to his feet. He's got a hold of John Malice there. Keller and Skyler going at it.
Bob Keller.
Big right hand.
Painted a Road Warrior animal, which maybe that's just how he feels right now with his hatred towards Skyler.
Exactly, like an animal. Vicious chops up against that rope there. Ken Magnum now, he's going to fly. What's he going to do? Ooh. Oh, and there's a leg drop. Nobody home. The pool was empty.
And Bob Keller kicks him in the face to make sure.
Yeah, just for good measure. Skyler raking Cedric Alexander across that top rope.
This is just insane. How can anyone allow this contest to even take place?
And
there goes our referee.
Our referee just took a super kick from. Now wait a minute, there's a cross-face chicken wing here. Skyler was in it briefly, but he hit the jawbreaker on Keller. Now here comes Dave Garrick in, who was assigned a special enforcer for this matchup.
Looks like he's getting Michael Burton out of there, make sure he doesn't get injured. Probably a good idea.
Burton out of the cage.
Oh, and Skyler's out of the cage.
Skyler's out of the cage. Wait a minute. That cage door has been opened.
I think Dave's asking Skyler.
Dave's trying to tell Keller, trying to tell Skyler to get back in there. Caleb Conley on the outside.
So I guess they're leaving.
Magnum, well, what are they doing?
Good question.
Ken Magnum out. Skyler's out. Conley's out. BJ Hancock looked like he's out of it, period. Inside the ring. And Malice. Malice has escaped the cage.
Can't stay contained either.
This thing is spilled onto the floor.
This is insane. It's supposed to stay in the cage.
Well,
Wait a minute.
When Dave Garrick unlocked that cage to let the referee out.
What is Josh Magnum doing?
What in the world?
No, he's gonna kill himself.
If he does,
oh my God!
Josh Magnum has just taken out every member.
There is no padding on that floor.
Platoon. Magnum staggering, trying to get back to his feet. And now, wait a minute, the Platoon is getting back in the ring. The only man on the outside is Josh Magnum.
What?
And I think BJ Hancock is in the ring all alone.
Josh Magnum
with a chair. Good
single-handedly took out 4/5 of Skyler Squadron.
And he's not done yet. Look at him with that steel chair. To the back of Big Game James.
And twice his size.
Magnum, look out. A shot to the head. And Magnum saying, go for it. I got rid of him. Lock the door. There goes Hancock.
But this answers the question: how's Josh getting back in?
Well, he's gonna send that cage. Big brainbuster there by Alexander.
We're gonna see it. We're gonna see Josh jump back in.
I think so. Wait a minute.
Coming back in the same way he went out.
Big lariat by Wyndham. And now they're pointing at Magnum. What's Magnum gonna do?
I think he's getting back in the cage the hard way. Here we go.
Off the top of the cage, frog splash. Josh Magnum has just hit two of the biggest moves I've ever seen in a cage match.
I think it's pretty much over.
Unbelievable. BJ Hancock is trapped in the cage all alone. Crossface chicken wing by Bob Keller.
I think it's just going to make it official.
Trying to get the submission there. He grapevines his legs around Hancock. There you see the members of the Squadron on the outside.
He just tapped.
I think that's all. He tapped out. BJ Hancock had no choice. He had to give up. He was surrounded 4-on-1.
5-on-1.
And he taps out. 5-on-1 when Magnum got back in there. And he has surrendered. Your winners of this match, ladies and gentlemen, this incredible WarGames match.
Maybe the most incredible match in OSCW history.
Playboy's Platoon. And now what fate awaits John Skyler when he has to meet Bob Keller one-on-one again? Josh Magnum would move of the night, Jared Shapiro.
Maybe move of the decade.
Yeah.
Sure a
Like I
senton.
said,
Bob top of the cage.
Bob Keller got the submission, but Josh Magnum was the one that allowed and isolated the entire squadron, left him lying on the outside to isolate BJ Hancock. Smart strategy there by the Platoon. You got to give him credit. As the celebration continues in the ring.
I think somebody needs to get Josh Magnum a beer.
Yeah, he deserves one after that.
He
no
definitely
doubt.
wrestled for a beer on that one.
Here's Bob
Playboy.
Keller.
First of all, I'm glad each and every one of you are here today to witness war. John Skyler, you're now prepared to check that you're asking on cash. Stipulation to our next match. But before I do, I want to thank Josh Magnum for putting his life on the line.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to thank that man right there. Thank the rest of your team too. Whoa! Keller wants Skyler in an I Quit match.
I'm not getting in there. I'm not doing it.
It's in the contract. I won the match. If they would have won, I would do whatever he wanted. We won the match. 2 words, 5 letters. Bob Keller, the contract says it. I'll allow it. It stands. You guys make it keep. I quit match.
There it is. May
There it
15th.
is. Skyler's got something to say.
It's in the contract. You had your match. So say you victory. But let's see a little more interesting.
Whatever you want. I don't care. Whatever you want.
Whatever I want,
Whatever you want.
Bob Keller, I found many months ago that I would take you out of this wrestling business. We've seen one career tonight. Why don't we make it 2? What do you say? I quit match. If you say I quit, you quit. You done. I said I this. You done in this wrestling business forever.
There must be a trend here in OSCW. He wants Keller to put his career on the line.
Let's get it all together and find these 2.
Shut up!
Hold on. I appreciate your current guys' concern. I really do. Put your hair on the line against my career.
No.
Whoa, that is a beautiful head of hair. John Skyler is pretty vain. I don't know if he's going to put that on the line, even to take Bob Keller out of the sport.
Ball's not all that bad.
No. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We got to wrap this up. For OSCW TV, I am Jason Willis. Thank you very much, Jared the Man Shapiro. We'll see you next time right here on OSCW TV.